Jonathan, juste avant que vous commenciez, vous présidez cette belle entreprise depuis 5 ans, avec plus de 27 ans à votre actif.
Oui.
On peut dire que vous êtes un vieux loup de mer, même si vous avez l'air d'être un quarantenaire fringant. Comment, dans une industrie sous vigilance accrue, avec des vrais questionnements sur le choix des ingrédients, le sourcing, la traçabilité, les emballages, on s'engage pour avoir un vrai impact positif, comme dans la maison Clarins? Je vous laisse.
Merci, je vais répondre, mais je vais passer à l'anglais.
Parfait.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for the introduction. I'd like to introduce this subject by sharing a survey that was very interesting that we read recently that reveals that 65% of currently employed individuals, when asked the question, will be willing to switch companies if they were offered an opportunity. Now, these important numbers raise a very important question. Are the companies doing a good job to retain and develop our employees? Is the vision of the company inspiring enough to engage employees to contribute to a greater purpose? Sorry. I'm a firm believer that a company is first and foremost a human adventure. And as such, we have the responsibility collectively and individually to engage our employers. On an individual level, it's the responsibility of the CEOs and the responsibility of the companies to engage employees and to value and reward fairly their contribution. It's also our responsibility to provide the best working environment to develop them. On the collective level, we must embark our employees on a journey with a very clear vision and a very bold mission. And we also must anticipate the long-term impact of all the decisions that we make and the impact on the planet, on the society, and on mankind. This year, I will be celebrating my 27th anniversary at Clarins. This goes against all the trends of changing regularly companies. This is the company I started with as an intern. And it's a company that I've been fully engaged, which gave me the opportunity of a passionate career and to become the president and CEO 5 years ago. Every month, I have breakfast with the newly recruited employees. And during this breakfast, where I welcome them and I share with them all the engagement of the company and the values of the company, I'm asked the same question all the time. What is the secret of your longevity at Clarins? And my answer is very simple. I believe. I believe in the values, the mission, and the commitment of the company. I believe that going to work every morning, interacting with people I trust, and in a very inspiring environment, I can contribute and be part of something much bigger. Clarins is a privately owned company. It's a family company. And even though it has grown very fast, it has remained an entrepreneurial and a human company. For 65 years, and for many years to come, we have believed in a beauty that respects our consumers by listening to them and then respect the planet every day. What started with the pioneering vision of Jacques Courtin-Clarins translated into engagement, supported by the sons, Christian and Olivier, and the 10,000 collaborators that work for Clarins and are fully engaged. I'd like you to discover our beautiful company with the video.
From the very beginning in Paris, the day the first client walked into the Clarins Institute, a unique bond of trust was created. For 65 years, always the same respect, the same attention. Women's needs and desires have inspired us to develop unparalleled skincare products and expert application methods. to make them look and feel beautiful and stronger. Plants, our science. Exploring, discovering, extracting the most powerful and unexpected active plant extracts. Mastering the art of plant alchemy, mixing ingredients in their most powerful proportions to create formulas that perform as promised. That's our unique savoir-faire. Just like life, Clarence is in constant movement and evolution. We work in permanent innovation, creating, testing, perfecting each formula again and again in our laboratories in France. This is the Clarins quality. Double Serum is now in its 8th generation and more iconic than ever. Clarins takes nothing from nature without giving it back. Each skincare product is developed to be sustainable and responsible for the planet and future generations. Clarins touches the hearts of millions of women and men all over the world because our mission is and will always be
des soins toujours plus efficaces, nés de la science des plantes et d'un dialogue permanent avec les femmes, dans un respect absolu et sans compromis.
Since the beginning, the company has always integrated in its way of conducting business a vision of social and environmental responsibility. Sustainable development is not a trendy corporate concept or a box that we tick on an annual report. It's a well-defined and very concrete approach that we carry out every day. We refer to it internally as responsible beauty. We follow ecological indicators, and we even committed to make progress on it and make sure that all our managers' bonus scheme is indexed to this progress. This approach to responsible beauty is rooted in the mission of the company, make life more beautiful. And today, this mission plays out across 3 promises that we intend to keep. Make life more beautiful for us, for our customers, for our planet, and for our collaborators. Today, I've chosen to share with you some initiatives that we're doing around the world that illustrate how we are engaging every day our collaborators to make life more beautiful. First, for our consumers. How do we engage our consumers? We firmly believe in sharing our engagement with our consumers even more. We believe that we need to involve them and ask them to participate with all the charitable action that we support. This has led to the creation of many different products and activities that we encourage our consumers to buy, to which the proceed will be to support different organizations around the world. As an example, we partner with FEED. FEED is an association that started in the United States and which promotes school meals around the world thanks to the UN World Program, the UN World Food Program, sorry. Clarins, since 2011, has partnered with FEED in the United States and around the world by offering a proceed of the products that they are selling during a limited period of time and helping to distribute school meals around the world. Why school meals? Because not only it can feed the children, but most importantly, it can convince families to send their kids to school. As of today, we have, with FEED, managed to distribute more than 27 million meals around the world. Second, we want to be, of course, fully engaged to protect the planet. Why? We owe the success of the brand to nature because we use some of these wonderful natural ingredients that we put in our formulas. And to do so, it is our responsibility to preserve nature and protect the soil and be an actor of protecting the biodiversity. It's also very important to support the local productions and the local populations that produce our ingredients. Finally, in a world that requests for more and more transparency, we want to ensure traceability to our consumers. Therefore, when plant comes from a different place around the world and in developing countries, it is very important that a fair price is to be paid in order to support the social program, to support the local population and to support the soil and the biodiversity. We have developed several programs I'd like to share with you. In Burkina Faso, we have built a new irrigation system that allow 2 villages of 12,000 people to have drinkable water, and that has been since 2004. In Madagascar, where we have found some of the best natural ingredients, we have been supported the building and the opening of classrooms, 20 classrooms, that's allowing 10,000 kids to go and have access to an education. Finally, for the past few years, Clarins has been committed to restoring biodiversity where it's declined. And we have, for instance, created with the organization Pure Project a new partnership called Seeds of Beauty. This is allowing us to plant more than 500,000 trees in areas where there is deforested areas. This is in our interest, knowing that every day we discover unique plant extract for our products. To go even further and to guarantee to our consumers a full traceability and the best quality, since 2016, Clarins has acquired fields in the beautiful French Alps. The Clarins domain, we call it. It incarnates very well the group philosophy and our engagement. In this area, there are 30 species of plants that are grown with no chemicals, no pesticides. The entire domain is organic certified with techniques that respect the soil and the seasons in line with the plant's natural rhythm. This domain, as you will discover, is an open laboratory for us. It allows us to study the plant, but also to grow high-quality products that we'll be able to use in our products. This year, we will introduce our first range of products, which will be only composed with products that we have grown ourselves. This complete mastery of the chain, from the field to the finished product, makes it possible to meet one of the growing requests of all our customers, optimal traceability and product quality. I'd like to discover our Clarins domain. Please send the video.
Le domaine Clarins, c'est un résumé de toute la philosophie et la stratégie du groupe Clarins, car c'est faire mieux, faire plus et aimer faire.
C'est-à-dire que là, ici, on est vraiment dans un laboratoire vivant, c'est-à-dire qu'on fait de la production, mais une production fine, c'est-à-dire qu'on est sur la production très proche de la recherche scientifique et on souhaite optimiser un maximum ce que l'on observe sur le terrain. On est dans une démarche avant tout scientifique pour avoir des produits de haute qualité. Clarins souhaitait qu'on ait un milieu qui soit le plus pur possible, qui soit le plus proche possible des valeurs de chez Clarins, c'est-à-dire faire en sorte qu'on travaille avec la nature, qu'on fait tout évidemment pour ne pas la détruire.
Tout ce qui se passe au niveau de la culture et après de la fabrication doit respecter l'environnement. Notre désir aussi d'être une société qui respecte l'environnement nous entraîne à trouver d'autres méthodes encore plus propres. L'innovation aujourd'hui se doit de passer par le développement responsable. Aujourd'hui, c'est une continuité d'avoir notre propre domaine pour pouvoir cultiver nos propres plantes d'une façon extrêmement saine pour la nature. C'était un tout petit peu un rêve qui est abouti au domaine Clarins.
Our goal is to create an ecosystem of Clarins domains with third-party farms around the world to make sure that we can control the sourcing of our ingredients. Another very important commitment that we have towards the planet at group level is to reduce the impact of the packaging on the environment. As an example, in 1992, we were the first company to introduce for our fragrance brand Thierry Mugler a Mugler fountain. This was at the forefront of reducing the packaging with the concept of refillable products. We invite customers to come back to all our point of sales when they finish their bottles to refill to the Mugler fountains. And this has helped us to save 30 million bottles and just as much cellophane and of course outer cartons and inserts. As far as the Clarins brand is concerned, we have integrated development criteria for each of new packaging development. We use sustainable materials. All outer cartons and the corrugated cardboard are all from sustainable managed forests. We're reducing the weight and the volume by removing the product wages and the insert in all of our products and use lighter glass. Finally, we want to use recycled and recyclable materials in our products. Today, the priority is given to the circular economy. By 2025, our goal is to have fully recyclable packaging and integrate up to 50% recyclable materials to make sure that the circular loop is optimized. Finally, last but not least, a company cannot be successful if you don't have fully committed employees supporting all your engagement. At Clarins, we work very, very hard to engage our collaborators, not only to be the ambassadors of our brand, but to become the ambassadors of our commitment. Every 2 years, we use global employee surveys to listen to our customers, to evaluate ourselves, to evaluate how we're progressing with our engagements, and to set new goals. In our latest employee survey, 96% of our employees say that they were totally supported our values and they were fully committed with the Clarins engagement. We also have developed a code of conduct which ensure that the values of the company are fully supported and promoted internally but also externally with all our suppliers and all our customers. Finally, we engage our employees during the year by creating events so they can share our engagement. Here is an example of the Fit Week, where we ask, during the Disability Awareness Week in Europe, all our Clarins employees to support them by staying healthy, by supporting local charities, and make as many steps as possible. In 2019, 1,000 of employees participated with more than 98 million footsteps walked. We also make sure that all the different organizations that we support during the year can come to our office and introduce all the progress they make with our employees. By sharing with our employees all this engagement, we are making them the ambassadors of these organizations. As a conclusion, I would like to repeat the motto of the founder of Clarins. Together, do more, do better, and enjoy doing so. This motto has become a management philosophy for Clarins. It forces us to always question ourselves, to reinvent ourselves, and to keep going further. In a world where consumers don't only buy product, but want to be associated with the purpose of the companies, our goal are to go even further. We want to offer full transparency on our ingredients, our grown one, but also the one that we purchase. And we want to obtain them from organic farming sources. We want to minimize our impact on the environment by managing carbon footprint and giving priority to the circular economy. Because of the urgent ecological challenges that are ahead of us, because of the lack of a global coordination amongst the governments and the nations, it has become crucial that companies, including its shareholders, including its employees, including its consumers, play a growing role. Together, with passion and determination, we can fulfill our dream, make life more beautiful on our dear planet. Thank you very much.